What's up, everybody? You know what time it is. Grab your coffee and let's talk. All right, y'all. What's up, everybody? I am MiZZ Entertainment, president of the Real Ass People Society. So welcome to Coffee Talk, where we have bold conversations on topics that matter, serving you up one hot coffee at a time. And of course, I'm not in the place alone. Let me introduce my co-host. Across from me, Mr. AD.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, you know what? I'm in a good mood.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood.
Did you figure out your little saying? Not yet?
No.
Okay.
I'm just in a good mood.
Moving on. DJ Talented.
What's happening? Yeah, we're going to leave it like that.
She got to work on this.
Even though, what is it? It's better to be above it than under it?
Yes.
You dig.
That's what we do. But some people just don't want to act
Get
right.
going, woman.
But before we get into our hot topic today, temperature check. How was your week so far?
My week it's been another interesting week.
Tell me more.
So I'll tell you. So I've been doing all these, I've been squirrely, meaning that I've been going from like thing to thing. Hey, this shiny object, this, blah, blah, blah. I'm all over the place. Yeah. Then I had a conversation and someone was like, you know what? Don't focus on time management. Actually do focus management. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, so now I've been like, my mind's been spinning like, how the hell I do some focus management? Because no one really talks about that. Mm-hmm. Like, where do I actually focus my time? So that's how my week has been. It's like, what am I really focusing on, right? That's, that can keep me moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, great week so far.
Good week so far, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, it's been a week. It's been a week just trying to juggle everything and keep up with everything. That's it, really. It's just juggling everything. Of course, our artist, Dee Danelle, she dropped her single, Heart Space, so please go check it out. It's amazing. And she got one on there featuring Seven, producer and artist. So, and he made it fire. I mean, it was already fire, but he put that stank on it.
You need some of that stank.
Yeah, he put that stank on that damn thing. And it's like, oh, shit. It's like, okay.
Bet.
Okay, yeah, he put that stank on it. Now we're getting ready to do the video and, start filming the video because we're going to have to break it up into certain, parts. But on June 1st, we'll start filming the video. The music video.
All right, MiZZ Entertainment.
That is. DJ Talented, what you got? How is your week so far?
Hey, I'm still alive, so I'm happy about that. Week is a week. It's just life. So.
Yeah, but you've been doing some recording.
Oh well, yeah. I've did some music recording. Got to do some mixing and mastering. Built what they call a magic mirror. It it's a lot of coding, so it puts where you can have background on an old TV or something like that. You're using a Raspberry Pi, so you're using different modules like the weather. You can see the weather on the screen. You can see inspirational quotes on the screen. There's a lot of different things that you could put on there. Also built a NAS, so I do a lot of electronic stuff, computer things, building. So yeah, I guess that was the highlights of the week.
You underselling, like, this dude is powerful. Like, with that magic mirror that he built, oh man, right? That is legit, right? I'm looking at him like, okay, that's pretty cool.
DJ Talented trying to be all educated.
Hey, I like it.
Well,
Man,
you know,
many
you
talents.
Educated.
have to
DJ
grow up
Talented.
sometimes.
Oh, shout out to Ladora because she gave him that name.
That's what it is.
DJ Talented. All right, y'all. Are y'all ready for today's topic? All right.
Go ahead and hit us with it.
Huh?
I said, go ahead and hit us with
Let's
it.
do it. Okay, today's topic is tassels, traditions, and twerking. Has graduation ceremonies went too far? So what I mean by that, right? So graduation used to be quiet, walk across the stage, you have the firm handshake, quick smile, take a picture, and then get off stage. Now, this generation, they doing black backflips, they doing viral dances, they doing twerking. Yes, they are. So, is this just students having fun and expressing themselves, or are we losing the meaning of that moment? Let's talk about it. What y'all think?
Yeah, that's a respect factor, right? So there's a respect factor in graduation. I think that meaning has been lost, but it's more like, and because this is like a off the cuff riff, it's more like a in the moment thing. That's like the peak for some people, right? Mm-hmm. And from an intention perspective, right? Oftentimes you're not gonna be in that large of an audience sometimes, right? And then. But I think there's a respect thing. But I'm kind of like lost. I'm like, how can I remember when I graduated, folks were doing craziness.
But
right?
What was crazy?
So, well, I guess it was mild compared to today because, they would shout like, yeah, or, do something silly like that, but it was no twerking. So I'm kind of like, I don't know how it's been lost. Is it every community doing this? Is it just our community doing it? I don't know.
I don't know. So I got the topic from Ricky Smiley. They was talking about it this week, so shout out to Ricky Smiley. And things got really deep, because people on one side is let them kids be free, do what they want to. Then the other side, no, there is a tradition. All right, and then it's like then it started. I thought about it. Is it we're too old? Or have we gotten into our old woman, old man bag and? Is it respect or is it order?
Oh, I think it's more of the order because if I think back, we had Freaknik, but I know the circumstances are different. Mm-hmm. But we did things in our era, so I'm really trying to grasp. So I think back, like who's saying like on one side, hey, they're just kids, right? Is it like the mothers and the dads, or just like they just
most of the ones I heard was more females, and it seemed like they were like mothers in that realm.
Yeah, the reason I was saying that is because men aren't as emotional, so they oftentimes. Oh, all right. The way I'm going is, over the past week, my daughter has been getting into arguments with her mom, and she's 11, right? And I'm thinking about when she graduates, like if I didn't step in. How would she behave at a graduation, right? If she was just had the wherewithal from her mom. So I stepped in as a dad to lay, hey, this is my expectations of you because you have my last name. You represent me when you out in public. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get a call from your teacher, for instance. Oh, this is getting personal. I don't want to get a call from your teachers during the middle of the day, right? I'm stopping my day to deal with your issues, for instance. So what I'm saying is the reason I was asking was it just mothers or fathers? Because if it's just like mothers are powerful, right? Uh-huh. They're powerful in kids' lives, and oftentimes they lead from a non-male perspective, and a non-male perspective is logical for the most part.
Well, women are more emotional and men are more logical.
Right. So sometimes we lose that logic. Like, so sometimes if it's like a single parent household, for instance, I grew up in a single parent household with my mom. Like, it was a lot of emotion. Like, then by the time you get to like a graduation, it's all about the emotion, which is the peak. Mm-hmm. Of it's really, this is the peak. I graduated high school. It's all emotion, so they let it out. Mm-hmm. So I can see how people on one side say, hey, let them be kids, right? Because they come from an emotional standpoint. But Like myself, I'm logical. I'm like, hey, if you behave a certain way, people are gonna see that and they're gonna treat you a certain way, and you know, because you can't. The world is small as we continue to grow up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The world gets smaller and smaller. So the people that you interface with when you were in high school and you graduate, they might have seen you, right? But I'm just saying, like, there's a logical component that seems to be missing in some of these ceremonies, which allows these folks to be more emotional than logical.
Now, I bring up order because I was listening to Karen Hunter, and shout out to Miss Karen Hunter, and they were talking about, well, it started off where this kid was homeschooled, and then he went into public school, and he had a challenging time adjusting because, you know, homeschool, if he got to use the restroom, he just get up and go. You know, in school, there's order.
Right.
And is it preparing the kids to follow order and know creativity or self-expression, meaning it's almost like a pathway to the penal system. You know what I'm saying? By saying you can't do, you are being told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, every aspect of the day.
So yes, it's a pathway to the penal system, and it's also a pathway to making you a worker.
Yes.
So it's
That's
both.
true too.
It's both. Like, school is like a mini society, right? You have kids in ISS, which is typically, in my mind, represents jail, right? Those kids that, like, if you look at it to your point, yeah, you're preparing for the penal system in order, but you can either go in the penal system or you become a worker. It's not about entrepreneurship. It's not about free thinking. It's about what you create.
Yes.
It's all about, like you said, that order. Hey, we created this framework and we want you to stay in this box. And that's what school is, in my mind, my experience, what I learned. Right? So that's what what I get from what you just said.
That's what we're preparing them for.
Yeah.
Is to no self-expression, no creativity, no single mind, no thought process. You just do what you told and shut up.
Yes. So because school is really about this box. Hey, you do what you're supposed to do in this order. By the time you get to graduation, it's like the kids are like, I'm free, right? So I'm gonna let it out. Right. So that I can see how that is part of it too. It's like, I don't have to get up even though it's a lie, you still gotta get up in the morning. They think they don't have to get up in the morning, but it's like, oh, they feel like they're free. Okay, yeah, it's the next step. Now you're an adult. Right now you gotta start making adult decisions, but it's like they're free from that tyranny, but they're
they're not really not. Yeah. So, are they going too far with the stuff, or are they just self-expressing?
That's a line. It's a line. There's a line.
Says who?
Well, in my opinion, that's a line.
No, I'm just saying.
You know what? That's a good question.
Who makes that line?
It starts with the parents.
Okay.
It starts with the parents because they're the closest generally, or the guardian of that kid. Right? Their expectations. If they're not laying down what they're expecting from their kids, they're gonna be wide open, right? They're gonna just do what they feel. So if you're not laying down those expectations, then yeah, it's easy for them to just get out of character.
I think there is a happy medium. I personally think so because, yeah, you are preparing them to take orders, and I'm thinking like they do the traditional, go through there so the parents can, snap the picture when they get in there, whatever. But then when it's time to throw up the tassel, that's when you do all your craziness.
Yeah.
Twerking, whatever you want to do. So you're still self-expressing, but you're also following them damn rules.
It's a time and a place.
It's a time and a place.
Yeah.
It's a time and a place. But yeah, I just thought that was really, 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 that was a good one. It made me think about that because it's like, who says you can't? And then why? And then, going back to the traditions, says who? Says who? They're, I guess, made to be evolved. You got anything to add, DJ Talented?
What is tradition nowadays?
What is it?
That's the big question, because some kids I talk to, you go up there, you get your diploma, and you walk off stage. Certain schools make sure that that's what's happening, but some other schools just don't have rules like that anymore. You come up there, you do what you need to do, and then when they say everybody throw up they hat, who says you can't dance? You happy? You in your happy place? You know, I'm out of school. I ain't got to worry about this school no more. I ain't got to worry about these people in this school no more, these teachers. I'm good. Even though that's when life really starts, after graduation. So what is tradition is the question.
Yeah. And who sets that tradition, you know? Who sets that? And like you said, I know the parents, you're going to, because of where we are, how we are in just society, they're going to have to learn that there are rules you will follow or there's consequences. So I get that.
Yeah.
But also, don't be afraid of self-expression, too. But there's a time and a place, like you were saying.
There's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place. Now, the one thing I do respect, and I'm kind of shifting a little bit from this younger generation, is they ain't for those normal challenge, the normal norms of work and education. You know, because a lot of folks say, this younger generation, they lazy and this and this and that. Are they lazy, or are they just not putting up with that bullshit that we have done? Because I know coming up, it was like, get you a good job, you stay on that job for 20 plus years, retire. You are representing that company, you are, this, you're that. And this younger generation said, fuck that.
See, the thing with the younger generation is they know where they want to go. They don't want to be, as a lot of them would say, a slave to somebody that's over them, basically the owner of a company. They making their own company. They making their own ways. They doing this YouTube and they making millions of dollars. Why not? I'm not finna deal with this mug if I know I can do this over here. And that's why they say they're lazy, because they don't work the normal 9 to 5. They entrepreneurship for themselves. And that's not the only thing that they doing. They doing e-commerce. It's just a lot of stuff that they doing that we didn't have the ability to do when we were their age. So now we stuck in that, like you said, 9 to 5 and that being on a job for 20, 30, 40 years. So that's my thoughts on that.
Absolutely, I agree with that. And you know what? I would say, I wouldn't blame, but I would say a lot of this, in my opinion, is due to all the civil rights, all of that stuff. Like, because all black people weren't on board with all of that.
True.
Right, so we were so focused on civil rights and integrating, that we lost from a black people that entrepreneurial side. So now it's about, hey, we got to get a good job or you go into the military. It wasn't about entrepreneurship or gaining a skill, right? So that's where it's like, hey, if you're not thinking, like, we got in that mind frame, we've been taught either penal or work. Like, we were taught the box. The box is you get a job. You have a retirement, you have a pension, and all of that. But these kids are going in a different direction because they can have access now because of all the tools that are available, right? That's the difference. Now, there are lazy kids. I'm not going to lie about that. Now, they all not are making YouTube videos and, all of that. Some of them just want to play video games or just lay in the bed and watch YouTube or watch people play games and they can play the game, right? So you have a lot of that where, because they get complacent. Right, they get very complacent. Like, I think about my kids. Yeah, I provide certain things, so they get complacent on, they expect certain things. I'm like, no, okay, you expect things. This is what I expect, right? So it's incumbent upon the parents or the guardians to recognize in their kid, right, and coach it out of them, right? Coach them in a direction that they're interested in. Story. So my daughter. Every time I talk to her, she's like, I don't know. I'm like, so what do you want to do? I don't know. What are you interested in? I don't know. What sport? I don't know. She's always like, I don't know. So I was like, okay. So what do you like to do? So she expressed she like thrilling things. I'm like, okay, cool.
What's thrilling things?
Exactly. So that's what I asked. I'm like, she like thrills. She like to be excited. So it started with, I was like, so what do you like to do? She was like, I like to watch horror movies. I was like, why is that? She's like, I like the excitement. I was like, so you like. So we distilled it down. She liked thrilling things. So we got, okay, you like thrilling things. And the reason I was talking to her about this, because the impression I'm trying to impart on her is, do something you love. Don't just get a degree just because for the money's sake. if you love it, it won't be a job. Don't just be looking for a job. Do something that you're interested in. So she likes thrills. So we just, I went to ChatGPT. I was like, give me a list of careers that are thrilling. So we went through a whole list of careers. Like, it went from everything from police officer, fireman, it's all kind of careers. And we landed on, she wanted to be a detective. I'm like, interesting. I'm like, because you have to think, right? You got to be logical and see the big picture and then kind of narrow it down. I'm like, okay, now that we know that you're interested in being a detective, let's put you in the place, in the right situations where you can learn how to be a detective and what it means to be a detective. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, all right, now she can go in that world if she decides to, but it would be something that will be, for her, something that fulfills a part of her need, right? And it just takes recognizing in your kid or whatnot, and taking interest, right, and seeing beyond what actually is going on with them, right?
So what type of detective? Private detective, or she want to go into being in law enforcement? That's
the next step. Now we understand, hey, you want to be a detective, so it can be a detective-esque. Because she likes thrilling things, and I was like, hey, you can be a park ranger. It's just all kind of thrilling career. So so now we're trying to narrow down, like, what avenue do you want to go down, and what does it take? Is it a detective the thing you really want to shoot for, or is it something else? But at least we have like a direction, right? And we can kind of distill it, because her mom was pushing her to be an attorney, and she was like, I don't want to debate. I was like, you have to start debating. That's part of being an attorney. You have to debate and argue. She's like, because she's quiet and reserved. She's like, no, I don't want to debate.
Yeah, that ain't.
I was like, all right, that's not the move. Let's figure it out. So that's how we got there.
And talking about kids, because you're right, it was a challenge for me to get out of that, what was instilled in me as a traditional, you go to school and you get a degree and you get a good job. Because, I guess it was more because I didn't have that opportunity, so I pushed it on my daughter, I would say that. And she got accepted to Brown. I was like, ooh, yeah. She's like, nah. I'm like, what do you mean no?
You like, come again and say what?
Like, no. But I had to, and then I had to really step back and say, okay, this is your life. This has to be your decision and not me. Because she broke it down like this. It's like, Brown is that Ivy League, blah, blah, blah. You get that prestige or whatever. But her focus was music. And they did not have a music program that will satisfy her aspirations or needs. And then she also has, she always liked Asian culture for some reason. She loved Asian culture, not for some reason, but that's just something that she enjoyed. And Brown wasn't that. So she ended up going to Western Michigan, which turned out to be the best thing for her, because she started off in Japanese and she switched to Chinese or Mandarin. And she speaks fluent Mandarin and Russian now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But her thing was, music, which she got a fellowship to the University of Chicago for a PhD. But now she don't want to finish her PhD. I was like, but I was like, okay, this is not about me. This is about you. And who knows, she might go back and finish it up, because she's like right there. She can see the finish line. She's right there. All she got to do is defend it.
As a parent, you just want to be like, boop, put you over. Yeah. Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
That's all she got to do is defend it. That's it. And she'll have a PhD. You went all these years.
Woosa.
Yeah. I said, but again, this ain't about me, because really that is about me, because I want to be able to see her go across that stage where I can, like, I ain't gonna be out there twerking, but I was definitely gonna be out there shouting, see her having that PhD going across that stage.
Let me ask you this. So, is there a difference between like a college graduation with the Tassels and Twerking and then a high school graduation? Is there a distinction?
I would say it's a big difference, because if you just getting out of high school, why are you doing all this? I mean, you grown once you graduating from college. You got 24, 25 years old. You grown. At 16, 17 years old, you shouldn't be doing all that. That's my opinion.
So grown twerking is better?
I'm not saying that it's better, but you grown. Can't nobody tell you what to do. Versus you're a kid and your parents can tell you, "No, I don't like that." But then being grown, your parents can say that, but you still make the final decision.
I actually, because high school graduation, you're what, 17, 18, sometimes 19. But I can see that better than a 20-something-year-old, because now you don't went through 4 years of true growing on your own. You got a degree for whatever it is. To me, I would feel that you'll be a little bit more settled and out of the twerking phase, but that's not true either, because I'm seeing 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 up here twerking. I was like, is there an age limit in the twerking and showing your ass, especially when you start getting up in age and you got kids and your kids seeing you,
granny twerking,
grandkids seeing you up here twerking and putting all your business out on Instagram. I mean, I seen some old lady, I said, come on now. But who am I to tell her, that she shouldn't be doing it? Because some old folks will get. Well, I guess I'm getting in that category. So I'm getting close to that. You can't tell me what I can do with my own body. If that's what I want to do, I'm gonna do it. It's like, okay, you're right. You're right. That's just not for me, and I need to respect what you feel is okay for you.
So let me ask you this. So from what I'm hearing is twerking is just part of our culture. It's just part of it. It really, there are cultures that have certain dance moves, right? I'm familiar with this dance called Junkanoo, right? They do this sort of thing in Central America. Not twerking, but it's a certain type of dance. I'm just saying, like, what I'm seeing, like, it happens constantly. It's just part of the culture.
It's a part of not the culture in that generation. Well, yeah, because it's not a color thing. You see it across, all different types of aspects.
I blame the Yin Yang Twins.
and you see men doing it, which I think is like, but neither here nor there. But you see everybody doing it, and like I said, I would say it's a culture, but not a color, and it's definitely a culture thing.
Yeah. It all comes from Africa. The way that they dance in Africa, they don't call it twerking.
Agreed.
But they dance. Especially the women, they dance and I'm not gonna say gyrate because I sound like I'm 960 years old. But they move and the way that they body move, the butt is always in motion. So the original dancing of twerk in America comes from Africa.
Yeah, from time to time those pop up on my TikTok feed. I'm just saying, like, but I get exactly what they're saying. Like, they. And I'm like, this look just like what's going on in America, right? And it's the same type of moves. I'm like, oh, interesting.
So I guess maybe is who's putting that stigma on it that is unacceptable? Because like you said, you brought that up. That's a cultural thing, and it stemmed from Africa. They don't see anything wrong with that. So why are we? And I put myself in that same category. Why am I? Because, I'm also putting that stigma on there because I'm looking at the grown-ass women, all you doing is showing your ass. But says who? I'm checking myself, too.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a, like, I can't believe you type of, what, really? Like, because I think it's an expectation. Like, for me, I'm expecting you to act a certain way as you walk across the stage. And when you twerk, it's just my mental, like, I'm thinking, man, you shouldn't be doing that because I'm expecting you to just grab your degree and walk off, right? You can do the excitement and stuff, but not the twerking bit. So it's more of like a jarring experience for me as a viewer than anything else.
But then I'll go back to my original question. Is it going too far, or this is a thing of self-expression? Should we just let you do what you need to do? You're not, as long as you're not exposing things, for his bodily parts, it's a dance.
Yeah, but are there really consequences for twerking at a graduation?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That depends on the school itself. The school rules is what they are. If I say that you come up here, you grab your diploma, switch your tassel over, and you go sit back in your seat, that's what I expect you to do. If I'm making the rules. But if I tell you this your graduation, express yourself how you want to. You come up there, you express yourself how you want to. So it's up to the school to allow the kids to do, twerking and backflips and all that other stuff. If they ain't saying nothing, then it's all right.
Yeah. Do they keep their diploma if they?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go with DJ Tyler, and probably it's the school. But then, how if they've done their grades, they've passed all their tests, they paid their money? How are you gonna justify keeping my degree or my diploma?
Just because I showed one butt cheek.
Or the simulation of a butt cheek, but it's still underneath that gown. I don't know. That's crazy, but it is. It was a conversation that I was like, what I had to check myself. Meaning, I'm gonna have to put that in my check your truth. That book is coming soon.
Plugs all over the place.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Love it.
Yes. So, yeah, that was my thing. It's like that was an interesting conversation that they were having, and then listening to the listeners, chime in.
Like, what were some, outstanding questions that people had as you were listening?
Well, it was nothing a question. It was more of statements. And it's like, let them kids, the overall was let them kids be kids. Let them do what they want to do. If that's how they want to express themselves, who are we to tell them no? And what is tradition? Is it more control? To do as you're being told, or having that individual mindset or thought?
Isn't tradition control?
It is.
By its very nature. Yeah.
It is. So, like I said, that was a really good conversation, and just listening to some of the listeners, voice their opinion. And so I'm like, of course, no, that is supposed to be tradition. You're supposed to go up there, do this and do that. Says who? I guess, why can't you? You're celebrating an achievement because you don't know what that child or adult, whatever they had to go through to finally get there, So why not just, just like you said, I am free. I done it. Let them do that.
Yeah, I reached the mountaintop.
So you got where, let's say tradition, normally in a graduation, at the beginning of the graduation, who's ever the officiator is normally says, please hold all hand claps and applause and screams or whatever until the end of the graduation. But when my kid come up there, I'm screaming already. I'm clapping already. That's not tradition. That's not what you're supposed to do. So why fight it? Just let the people do what they're going to do.
True. And you should... I'm going to agree with what Ricky was saying. He said, do what you're going to do as long as you don't infringe on mine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should hold their applause and their screams until the end, or to the end, to me, when their child goes cross, because some people don't know how to stop.
So are you saying there should be rules to the twerk? So
no, well, not necessarily the twerk, but the screams, and then that's on the parents, and then and their folk, you know what I'm saying, that came with them. That's why they limit those tickets. So you ain't gonna bring everybody in your entire family up there. You probably get 4.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because people don't respect, the next child or next, graduate that's coming, because they screaming, "Wah!"
Right.
But then the parent of the next graduate don't hear their child coming across there.
Yes, and that is unfair.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
So that's why I go back and I agree with him when he said, do what you're going to do as long as it doesn't infringe on mine.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, again, it sounds like some rules. Not necessarily to the twerk, but it should be like, all right, so if my kid comes up and I'm screaming, if I can do a quick scream and get out the way so the next family can scream, then I guess we'll have some order. Right? there would be some order in that if everybody had these unwritten rules.
Or just wait until the very end and then it's all one big scream.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know. I guess the kid want to hear that somebody is in there rooting for them. Is that what it is?
Oh.
I mean, if you think about it, that kid that doesn't have anybody, if everybody else is screaming for everybody else but that one kid is going to feel left out. And it's just going to be a dead silence when that kid comes up. So if you wait until the end, everybody feel like they're included.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the part that I was thinking too, because if that kid didn't have anybody that was rooting for them, and then he's like, that makes you feel even, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should shut the hell up until the very end, and then you can scream till you can't scream no more.
Yeah. Everybody gets some of that love.
Everybody gets the love.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you still got those parents that I don't care. That ain't my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, why be such an asshole? It's a kid. It's not an adult. Adults understand more. But if I'm 16, 17 years old and I'm walking across the stage and all you hear is crickets, and then the next man come up and the whole damn place got an uproar, I'm be like, man, what the hell did I do this for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like the start of a villain story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get y'all back. You need to scream for me. Okay, you gonna scream. You will scream.
One way or another.
One way or the other. All right. But that was my topic. So any final thoughts?
Final thought is, I always go back. I feel like I'm a broken record. If we focus on ourselves, our world would be in such a better place versus focusing on what everybody else got going on. And it would exude, your energy would exude itself. But parents, please pay attention to your kids. All right, they need it. They may not ask for it, but they need some attention. All right, just show them watch their behaviors, and then just show some attention.
There you go. Add some structure.
Yeah.
DJ Talented.
Final thoughts about that is, I guess nowadays nothing is traditional anymore. So why fight, or why tell a kid they can't twerk, or an adult that they can't twerk? It's a dance. Deal with it.
Okay. Here is my inspirational quote. Freedom of expression is breathing without boundaries, showing up fully, unapologetically in a world that often demands silence. All right, so I want to thank our sponsors, MiZZ Entertainment, The Comfort Zone, Tech Vibe Solutions, Sure Hall Logistics, and Steel River Software Solutions. Join us every week for a coffee talk here on MiZZ Entertainment. Go to MiZZ ENT YouTube to catch this and other podcast shows. I am your president, MiZZ Entertainment. You can contact me at MiZZ_entertainment_ATL. And DJ Talented.
Oh, DJ Talented _1 Instagram.
All right, AD.
On the socials at AD Slaton. All the socials, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram.
What? We don't went to Instagram
I
now?
mean, I have Instagram, but, you know, I didn't. Yes, AD Slaton.
Progress. Because he was holding on to that damn leak thing.
I'm going to make it public. It's private right now, but I'll make it public.
Okay. And as always, I leave y'all with this. Be kind to each other. Love one another. Keep God first. Thank you for joining, and we're out.